What's up, everybody? This is the Outsiders Podcast on Podomatic.com, YouTube, and Periscope. We are chilling today. How's it going?
Friday the 5th. Happy Cinco.
JG, what's up, brother?
Not just chilling, relaxing, man. Kicking back, drinking a little Citradelic. I like the lime taste, man. Cannot complain.
TEG, what's up?
Chilling with my boys. Got me, Dean. Got JG. Having a nice ice-cold Modelo. Keeping responsible.
Keeping responsible?
Having one.
Nobody's responsible here, Tommy. How you became the father of this group?
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Having a baby changed it.
Shit, I got a baby.
Yeah. Having a baby lady.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, I got you.
Change it.
The first lady at TOP?
The first baby at TOP.
Yeah,
there you go.
Baby, yeah.
It'll unfuck your world, man. I'll tell you what.
Well.
Fellas, I gotta admit, it is great to be back in the booth with you fellas. I've been withdrawing, fiending. We need this. We need this.
We're your fix.
Yeah, man. This is home sweet home.
We should make a TOP pimp and then whore out TOP ladies. I think that's how we get to WrestleMania.
You know what? That is genius.
That's a lot of money. I mean, and then we got to hustle our
and
bitches.
you already know who to reach out to.
Who would be our bottom? Let's say one of the valets that we talked about in one of our previous promos is our bottom bitch. Who would it be? You can't go with somebody easy like... Okay, so don't go with a slut, but also you can't go Miss Elizabeth because she wouldn't do that shit. Lex Luger Elizabeth, maybe.
Yes, but Macho Man Elizabeth?
No, definitely not.
Victoria.
Excuse me.
Oh, okay. Victoria would be the bottom
Victoria
bitch.
would be one of my top. She's so aggressive, man. She get them wimpy boys that love to be manhandled, you know.
Okay.
And hey, if you're into that, then I'm not knocking your kick. I'm just saying I think she'd make some really good money for us. For me, Bailey.
For real.
Yeah, man.
Bailey?
Man, I'm
you
pretty
give me so much shit for my Bailey.
She would be my bottom. She would be my bottom, man.
Hold up.
That style is not picking up anything on the streets.
Hold up. You know what a bottom bitch is?
Yeah, it's your least money maker.
No.
Like my top?
Your bottom bitch is your top bitch.
No, see, we always mean bottom bitch is your bottom bitch. Like
no, that's like your bottom bitch is like your bottom.
How are the two white guys in this group understand this and the black guy doesn't?
This is weird because that's the top bitch. That's the money maker.
He's dyslexic, man.
Maybe.
Bitch, your top bitch is
my
like,
top
that's
bitch.
That's like pyramid scheme top tier.
Yeah.
Like you haven't tapped that resource yet.
I guess not.
Your
man.
bottom bitch is like your bottom dollar. Bam.
Man, see, I always thought it was the reverse, man. That's my bottom dollar maker.
Okay, so Bailey's your top bitch. Who's your bottom bitch?
All right, my bottom bitch is going to go ahead and be... Oh, you already know, man. Miss Bliss.
Okay, that's fair.
That's my baby.
That sounds right.
Man, get her Harley Quinn in. Yo, we making a lot of money.
I still think it's Victoria, that older woman. Oh,
how much would it cost for your bottom bitch to get anal?
You don't
5
ask.
G's.
You don't ask, you just take it.
5 G's?
5 G's. Have you seen her?
Yeah,
she's
but
a backdoor slut. My
dude,
God,
like yo,
look at her.
I'm not saying she's not, but she's gonna enjoy them 5 G's she's handing me too. Well, 250, 200. You know, we'll split it half.
half.
Yeah, man.
God, you're a good pimp.
Yeah,
You
man.
give
I ain't
me-
trying to piss her off.
You give me $4,100. You keep $9.
See, she's one of them Vegas escorts, man. That's in the
Right.
penthouse.
She's more of like
She's the girl you see on the
the
car.
Diosa bitch.
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
Exactly, man.
Reference.
She's the one that you walk down
Right.
the street with. Like, damn, yeah, you like this.
And then everyone's like, I had her.
Hey, that's on you.
Diosa, I like the reference.
What about you?
I like Bliss, but damn, that's a good one.
Fellas guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, that's funny that you mentioned that because we was talking about the beautiful people at work.
That's true. I don't think Velvet Sky's smart enough to be a bottom bitch. And Angelina doesn't have the face anymore.
No.
Angelina
Lacey
wears a
Von
heart.
Erich, too stupid.
She'll kill herself soon anyway.
Super
though.
hot, though.
That is cold blooded.
No.
That's
Sorry.
rough,
Too
man.
soon?
Is that Von Erich curse? It's like the Madden curse.
Yeah.
My bottom bitch would be, I don't know, man. I'd probably have to go Mickie James, and it's not purely based off look. She's got the look, but you know underneath that there's something going on. She's a freak.
She did porno stuff back before she was like a wrestler too.
Really?
I saw photos. Oh yeah, come on, man. You
Saw
know me
photos, yeah.
You know me and that porno stuff. I looked that shit up.
Well,
With Charlotte
Damn.
Flair.
now the TOP family knows. YouTube, Periscope, Podomatic, Tommy Guns is addicted to pornography. I promise I won't tell your wife. The first thing I'm going to do when we're done is send this to her.
She knows.
Oh, okay. Well,
She knows.
we're in the clear, bud.
That's a good woman.
That's a good
Accepts you
woman.
for who you are.
Exactly.
So, guys, let's talk about situations here. And by situations, essentially what I mean is what would happen if something didn't happen in the world of wrestling.
I got one, right? Can I just,
I love this.
what if, because NWO started the whole, pretty much the big rivalry between WCW, WWE,
Okay.
and
Okay, so we got the wars.
What if Hulk Hogan wasn't the third member? And it was what they wanted to do, and it was Sting.
Sting was the third member.
They wanted Sting to be the third guy.
Everything would have been ruined. Man, the moves the single-handed moves that made for both of them with Hogan there did so much, man. I mean, obviously we know what the NWO did. And as me and you were discussing previously, man, like, how good was Sting when he was the Crow, man? He didn't even have to say a word, and people would wait the whole 3 hours just to see a 5-minute, not even 5 minute, 2-minute glimpse of Sting.
Right.
Did you know? All right, so we've all watched that paper.
Bash at the Beach.
Bash at the Beach.
96.
Yeah,
When
originally
Hulk Hogan
scrambled.
Hulk Hogan came out. He usually wore the swim trunks, the briefs.
He came out in his pants.
He came out long pants. You knew something was just.
I never really thought about that till now. That's actually a really good point that you bring up. Like, there were Easter eggs there the whole time.
Easter eggs in 96. That's pretty sweet, man.
I don't know, like, it brings a point, right? Like, he came out just.
Man. So, I agree with JG. I think something we talked about earlier this week, and I think a lot of it falls on if we change things situationally in WCW, the Crow Sting wouldn't exist. And the Crow Sting is what anchored down the heel faction, which I agree with. I also think that that is probably the most plausible person who would have taken it. But what if? No, I was gonna say, what if it was Flair? But Flair would have never
Flair
taken
was
that
already
deal.
kind of like a bad guy with like.
Okay, so remember when NWO was falling apart, and then you had Jarrett in there and Booker, and or if Booker wasn't in there, Bret Hart or whatever, right? Dusty.
The thousand
Yeah.
NWO that.
Dusty was big in terms of booking and promotion back then in WCW. What if he decided to insert himself and he was a third member? Would NWO would have lasted 2 months?
Not even.
No, I don't think so, man.
It would have fallen flat because they were always hyping that third member.
Yeah, man. I mean, they were really pushing it. I think that's what made it so suspenseful, too, is they waited so long to drop it. I mean, not only that it was Hogan, but, man, the anticipation of finding out who it was, if something like that, man, it might have really dropped the ball.
To the end of the match.
Yeah.
Like when
we might have never seen the wars at all, man.
True. That's true. It would have been really even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me stay right here and throw one out there for you guys. What if we'd have seen a really crazy move? What if the third member would have actually came from WWE at the time? And let's just say it was the Heartbreak Kid. And he came with the title.
The Click. Holy shit. WCW would be on today, and WWE would not be on today.
Because there was times when, like, I've read HBK's a couple of his books, the 2 that are out, that I know of. And he wanted to go to WCW.
He had a lot invested. He had his friends. He had his wife.
Yeah.
He had all that stuff invested in WCW. I think it's because Shawn knew that he couldn't get away with the things he was doing in WWE that they would allow him to do in WCW.
So Vince McMahon and him were like...
Would Shawn...
That was his bottom bitch.
That was his bottom bitch.
Would Shawn eventually have become a Hall of Famer should he defect to WCW?
Oh.
I'm just thinking, like, think out loud. Is Shawn Michaels... How could WCW and Eric Bischoff package Shawn Michaels in WCW? Would you change his name?
Do you think that Shawn Michaels had that? Like, or is that like Vince McMahon's intellectual property?
Shawn Michaels is probably Vince's.
I don't even think you refer to him as Shawn Michaels over there. Just refer to him as the showstopper.
Huh.
Everybody
Well, would they
already
do
knows who
something
he is.
stupid like TNA? Well, I didn't think it was that dumb, but TNA changed all the names to Kurt's moves, like instead of the Angle Slam, the Olympic Slam.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of had to, though. Like, you have to.
Yeah, you kind of have to. I mean, I figure
Vinnie
that's
Mac
property of Vinnie Mac. He's pretty But back then, man, would it have really been property of Vinnie Mac? Would he have really had the copyright to all that
he
at the
owns
time?
everything.
Would have been like Sweet Kick Music or something stupid.
Right?
You know, the one thing I hated about WCW was their intro music.
Yeah,
And that
man.
they didn't have a screen. Like,
Yeah, man.
everything was
The
like
fire.
alternative, like rock, like
Yeah.
basic alternative rock.
Yeah, I was not a huge fan at all, man. Oh man, I think they should have been the ones to like have a hip hop star just bang, man. Because they had the multicultural, man. So why wasn't your music more multicultural? You know?
True. That makes sense. Interesting. So, here's mine, and I've told you, and I've told you already. What if Kevin Nash didn't put himself over to end Goldberg's streak and take the title?
Oh man, I'll take this one first, man. I think he'd be in a whole different chapter right now. I think he would be in the elites of the elites of the wrestling world. I think that's where WCW honestly took one of their biggest hits, was allowing that to happen. Man, you had something so golden, so organically built with his like push, and it was a natural push. It wasn't one of them ones like, yeah, they're pushing him, but at the same time, it's an
People
organic
gravitated.
feel. Yeah,
From
people
the first
gravitating.
match, people gravitated.
Yeah, man. I mean, just imagine where he would have been when they sold WCW. He goes into Raw, the champ,
Undefeated.
still undefeated.
I think there's no way they would have let Goldberg go undefeated. I think that Bischoff would have never let that happen based on the people he was backing there. But
they were in his ear 90%.
Right, but if we go with your theory, how big would Goldberg's name be going into WWE?
He would be The Rock. I think where The Rock is now would have been Goldberg then.
You think?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He was on such fire, man. Like, people, like, I understand Stone Cold's build in the 90s. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you had housewives talking about him, everybody.
He came from the Ringmaster.
He's on TV
But the
Guide
funniest thing
magazine.
is, man, Stone Cold's putting in work, man. Goldberg's not. He's doing quick matches, man. And I would
He has
hear
3
everybody,
moves.
even fools that hated wrestling, I would hear them, like, they'd ask me questions like, oh, who's this Goldberg dude, man? I hear nothing about him, or all this about him. Like, wow, man, that's when you know you made it. So if you just keep that undefeated streak to WWE, and then think of how you could have set that up from there, man. You could have champion versus champion. Could your champion stop the streak?
But I got a feeling, though, like, because, Vince McMahon is known, like, when the whole buyout, he took guys from WCW and made them pretty much look like crap.
True.
So Vince
That's my
McMahon
thing.
would have Goldberg coming in undefeated, and then it's like, oh, it means nothing because he's going to lose in the first match to, like, a guy named, like, Rey Mysterio.
And I agree with you, dude. I don't think it would be that easy, but I see exactly what you're saying. I think if Goldberg comes in with the streak and the belt, and they go, all right, H is our guy, or The Rock is our guy, or whoever, Goldberg will lose in 3 minutes in that match. The first match to WWE.
It tarnishes his legacy.
In my mind, though, I like to think Vince has the creative genius that I have where he kind of fucks up from time to time. I understand him not wanting to put any WCW dudes over his guys. But
Yeah.
how I would have booked it is, I run Goldberg through my entire organization other than one man, whoever that golden chosen boy is going to be.
Undertaker.
Yeah, we'll go with Undertaker in this. And then all the way up, that'd be perfect because then we could just keep his streak going. And then we can go into
Streak
WrestleMania
versus streak, title versus
streak.
title.
Yeah,
Dude,
how fire would that be?
that would be the biggest match in history.
history, yeah.
That'd be bigger than Hogan and Sting at Starrcade.
Yeah, man. And that's back when the Taker could have taught Goldberg how to work a match. So even think
True.
about where could Goldberg's skills have gone from there working with somebody like The Undertaker.
Good point. Good point. Love it.
I agree.
You got one?
Oh, I got one. So, guys, mine is actually, you guys know I love WCW, man.
You and I were WCW
What-
guys.
Yes, sir, we were. Still are. It's
I'm-
coming back. It's coming
I'm
back.
becoming a WCW
Yeah,
guy, and it's
we're bringing
over.
them over, man.
Yeah.
We're
You're
bringing them
watching
over.
the
And we're going to
network
cover that in a little bit,
Well,
man.
it's that, but playing 2K17
And I want to get back to
We'll
that,
plug
man. I
it.
want the fans to know the stuff you're doing out there on the wrestling world.
for sure.
But what if Shane McMahon actually bought WCW? and it wasn't Vince owned. It was really, Dad, fuck you. I'm coming after your company.
So
Oh boy, that's a good.
here's the thing. It's too. I think you mentioned this before. It's too close to the vest for me. The reason why I say that is yeah, Daddy, fuck you. I'm going to do this shit. That sounded weird. It sounded like I was a hooker. Daddy, fuck you.
Fuck you,
Uh,
Daddy.
Bitch, shut up.
Yeah, that's exactly
Better have
what
my
happened.
money.
Yeah. See, you know how to do it. You run this shit.
Let's go. Let's go.
Make sure it's top bitch. This is bottom. You know.
Right. Yeah. Make sure he's got it right.
Make
I
sure
got
you
that.
got it
I'm
right.
just a little too proper with
Make
that.
sure, make sure you put the
I'm
powder-
that English. I'm the English man.
Make sure you put the powder on your hand too.
Oh, baby powder. Let's bring it back, baby.
So what? So my thing is that there's no way that Vince couldn't talk Shane into anything. Like Shane would be willing to do anything if it made sense to him, especially if family's involved.
Right?
So yeah, he may say, "Fuck you, Dad, I'm doing this." But my thing is, WCW. If that was the case, WCW was in such a weird state at that time that your best guy was like Stasiak and.
Booker T.
Well,
that's your champion.
I know what you mean.
But he's not even hot at the time.
But Booker at that point was a veteran.
Yeah,
He was GI Bro.
Tank Abbott and shit.
Yeah, Tank Abbott was like your number
He
one guy.
could have pulled if he would have only had 3 months to pull the right people over to his organization. AJ could have anchored it down there because he was already there.
Yeah.
Elix
Right.
Skipper was already there. Christopher Daniels would have went there if it would have stayed there.
Keep talking my music right here.
Exactly. So that would have helped, and that probably would push them up a little bit further. But my theory is in 3 months' time, he doesn't get the people he needs to get because of WCW's previous reputation. He can't. He's losing money hand over fist based on the buys and based on TV ratings to WWE. So at that point, WCW would be ECW 2008.
Okay. Okay. I can totally see where you're coming from.
Makes
I mean, that makes
sense.
complete sense, yeah. Actually makes complete
Makes
sense.
sense. I think if Shane bought it, like, you make sense, but I think it would have been kind of, because he was like that. He's that younger generation. Still, you watch SmackDown. He's got a younger feel to it.
Yep.
So he'd bring in that up and coming
Yep.
from the indies. You'd have people you probably didn't hear of. Maybe Shinsuke Nakamura would be in WC. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
he brought those guys up.
Oh my God, yeah, man, he could have really
You know
touched
what
the
I'm
New
saying?
Japan market before it was
You
ever
coulda-
touched
You
in.
could have had that before, and then you'd have like a CM Punk in WCW.
Mm.
You
We
know what
talked
I'm saying?
about that, yeah.
we did.
So
we
like
did.
he would be CM Punk would be like your top guy, and then you'd have AJ and like Shinsuke and all of them. So it would be the younger gen. It'd be like WWE Junior. You know,
Mm. I like that.
WWE Junior.
not like you know.
I know
that's
what you
just-
mean,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying, but
Just
it's
makes me
like,
think of Nick Jr.
But like Shane is that younger. He's
Go
got.
Island was my shit.
He's thinking how he thinks how the younger fans think. We're still the younger fans who think about it.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
we're kind of mid-age fans.
Well, you never know.
You
At
know,
this point,
Man.
I don't know where we're at.
So for me, man, I really like yours too, man. Yours is just makes so much sense. It's really hard to go on any other side away from that, but I'm going to attempt it here. So for me, let's just say, at that time, you know, Vincent and Shane were doing their little "I hate you" spiel. Well, let's just say Shane did what Vince did to Vince. He grew a bigger set of balls. It's like, Daddy, I'm going bigger and better. Damn it, I sound like that. I sound like that right now. Holy cow!
Jeez.
He's
Wasn't
got
what
them
Friday.
balls,
So
boy.
what Vince McMahon did to his dad.
Yeah,
And said, I won't do that. Won't screw any of these guys. And said, fuck it, I got the chance to do it. I'm going to become
yeah,
number
whatever
one.
I want. Yeah. So, first move he does, he brings over his little sis. He's like, we're really fucking the family. Next move he does, he makes Linda the charitable, or
So it's a
the
family
shit.
versus Vince.
it's a family versus Vince.
No
man.
shit.
How much, already right off the bat, how much does that want you to just tune in? Like, damn, what are they going to do to try to fuck Vince?
You'd have a surprise like almost once a month. You'd have someone coming over. Because, you know,
And
That'd be
that's where
exciting.
you go, man.
Yeah.
All I think is you need to make at that time is 2 moves. That's when Triple H is first making his come on. You've already got Stephanie on the show. That's when they first start getting their relationships and shit. Boom, screw China, He just walks out on China in a match. You never see him again on Raw.
So he
Comes over to,
WCW.
so he walks out through. And I don't even want him coming out Nitro. I want him coming out on Thunder. So you're really having to watch to see him come
It'd
out.
be like a limo
So it's
entry,
complete. No, I don't even want a limo entry.
too. No,
It'd just be one of them things, man. It actually.
it'd be like Scott
Remember
Hall.
back then that WCW used to do the instead of the limo, they would do the private jet.
Back early in
yes,
WCW,
let's do it
yes.
to the private jet. You see the Vincent Kennedy McMahon jet land. You see Stephanie and Linda come out. We go back, cut back. We see another match. Then all of a sudden, you see Triple H walking
Yeah,
down.
like the top of the hour come out.
Then to really fuck Vince, you offer Stone Cold the fucking world. And I know everybody knows. Yes, him and them were working great at that time. But that's actually the time when Stone Cold started to slow down a little bit.
It would have been
bring
a perfect
that
change,
over.
yeah.
Man, you have NWO 2.0. You don't call it nothing though. You don't call it NWO. You just run the show with those two.
What?
Do you think that Steve Austin would come back though after what Bischoff? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bischoff's gone.
Or Bischoff.
This
oh,
is
yeah.
strictly
Bischoff
McMahon
is gone.
owned. This
Sorry,
is the
my bad.
opposite side of the McMahon.
So it would be Bischoff would be running TNA.
And
What
just
to
think
say?
of what that would have done for Linda's political career at this point.
That she branched off from her husband's doing her own
Yes,
thing?
show, hey, I'm an independent, strong woman. So not only does it work on the TV thing, man, she platformed herself to maybe in 2024, she'd be the first woman president. You never know.
That's going to be when WWE gets good.
Yeah, yeah, we can only pray.
TV 14, bring it back.
TV 14. All right, everybody, that is it for our first episode of the night, or as we like to call it on Podomatic, episode 15.
Yeah.
So I want to give a shout out to New Era Wrestling, New Meme Order, Still Real to Us. No, we don't
No.
fucking talk heel talk no more.
You don't talk, we're coming for you.
Whoa, shit!
I just
Bring it with the bang.
Out,
And Periscope, we'll be back in 5 to 10.
Later, bitch.
bitch.